Hey guys, welcome back to Beat 'em Up Joe's. I have something really special right now to share with you guys. This is the Destiny 2 Forsaken reveal. As you can see on your screen here, we have the Destiny game YouTube account up here, and they've revealed a new expansion to Destiny 2. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. This is pre-E3 2018 video game Christmas, starting early this year as usual.
We have this opportunity that we wouldn't have had years ago to ship a game and then really collaborate with people outside the studio to figure out, like, what is the best version of that?
Honestly, yeah, like we're building something the community has been asking for, and it's accumulation of everything that we believe the game needs to be.
The upside to that is we're not holding anything back.
All the feedback we've heard for the last year is, this is it, it's in Forsaken.
We want this release to have a different tone and a different vibe.
We sort of just embrace that Western revenge vibe.
You're going to a darker place. You're going to take on a different role as a Guardian.
So that suggests
a barren
new
landscape
areas,
with, like the asteroid vibe with like tumbleweeds, and I mean that just sounded cool.
Grit, man. I want to bring the dirt back.
And what better way to start a story than to start it with a prison break?
Right.
Cade's been filling this prison with bad guys that are really bad, and so when it breaks, things can happen to all the world.
First place you're going to go to is the Tangled Shore, which is a new
so
part of the
definitely
reef that you've never seen before.
New areas, new environments.
It's a collection of lashed together asteroids and rocks out in the asteroid
It's
belt.
very otherworldly, and it's full of
pirates and assassins and
bad guys.
It's become a lawless place. It truly is a frontier. It's completely taken over.
The most malevolent force there is the Scorn. They're very aggressive. They're always going to charge and push you.
The Barons are the top dogs in the Scorn, and each one has gone back and committed nefarious crimes.
I think of it as the reverse Magnificent Seven, like the worst of the worst criminals. You are hunting down these different Barons. In fact, they're called Baron hunts. So one Baron is a sniper, and you have a sniper versus sniper battle with him. Another Baron is this big, giant, hulking melee character.
Yeah, I like that they have unique bosses that they're introducing.
One of the
kind of
things we're most excited about
personalities.
is the new weapon system.
Hey, if you like Destiny 2, great, play that way. But if you like Destiny 1, great, play that way. But if you're crazy, why not 3 shotguns? Right?
Okay.
Just for the fun.
We need to have as many ways as possible, and then we need to have people fighting about it. Like, no, man, you f***ed up, you're taking the wrong weapons, or can I say
So randomables are coming back. Every single weapon is going to feel different when it drops. And we're improving the mod system, so you can customize your weapon the way you want it.
Random loot is always fun. That's why I love Diablo so much.
Style system coming together where you actually are able to kind of move your levels up over time.
Looking
so
weapon
there's investment
types.
back on the weapons again.
And these are definitely your standard weapon types, but they,
new supers,
they have a different look to them.
Crazy
New supers.
Fire
That's always fun.
Awesome. Which is a different take on Golden Gun.
Okay.
We took a lot of inspiration from Rise of Iron. Cast that thing. You got a huge hammer now, and you slam that thing down, and it sends out this fire in front of you that then creates a fire tornado.
Yes.
We got to take it to the next level, you know?
The idea that anyone who plays, however they play, they're going to have some new way to engage.
Yeah.
I'm in love with the new Void Warlock. Teleportation that's like super anime, just like
We've been having great games with the Arc Warlock.
Basically cast this thing, he pulls back. Yeah, and it's going to break the game, and I think that's amazing. Yeah,
yeah, anything that breaks a game and makes you feel overpowered is wonderful.
Bow and arrow, which seems kind of crazy, but when you use it, you feel like godlike.
It is utilitarian, it's fantastical, it's also sci-fi.
New weapons.
So we have a short-range bow, we have a medium-range bow, we have a long-range bow. We built this guy who's like
bows are coming to Destiny 2.
You're like, why would you ever choose a bow in a game that has an automatic, machine gun? but boy, it's deadly.
I mean, that's a nice machine gun you got there, buddy, but right, and then it's done.
The biggest thing for me going into production on this game was like a new way to play, a new thing to do that like is new to Destiny.
Let's see what we've got.
We want to be able to give players what they want, but also surprise them.
Gambit is a brand new mode.
Destiny begs to marry PvE and PvP together.
It's like adding bacon to peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
You start off
new modes.
Being able to see the other team that you're going to compete against, so you can taunt each other, you can emote.
Each team is in their own separate arena, and they're being assaulted by combatants.
They're dropping motes for you to collect, you bank them.
When you put them in your bank, you're going to send a blocker over to the other side. That locks their bank down. They can't put motes into it until they take out that blocker. Filling up your bank with the motes is how you summon your primeval. You burn it down, that's it, round's over. The interesting part is that we allow one person from your team to go over to the other side and physically invade.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen people that just hate PvP. Like the first time they invade.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of
and they
PvP.
get multiple kills, they'll come back and they'll be like, suck it! It's awesome.
We leave the raid team alone. I mean, if you can't tell, like we just kind of let them do their own thing. But
we have Joe over there.
For this next raid, we wanted to get back to the epic adventure where you're going out to slay a big monster again. This raid has more bosses than any raid we've ever had before, and we're really excited to get players in there.
The raid is actually about more than just the raid. It's about the Dreaming City, the place that the raid exists. And it's an in-game destination that we've never done before.
It's the awoken homeland.
I could talk about the Dreaming City for hours. It's like if the Vault of Glass and Dreadnought had a baby.
If they were like twins.
Or the yeah, that's actually more accurate.
Yeah, they're like twins.
It's like you had twins, and then you took those twins and you put them on the doorstep of Peter Jackson, raised them as his own, and then that's the Dreaming City.
It is magical and weird and mysterious.
It's designed to be a destination that has puzzles that you need to solve.
A lot of hidden corners, lots of passageways that might not seem to exist the first time.
And the raiders, they affect this destination. They change it for everyone.
It's like this cyclical endgame place where there's just secrets and different activities that unveil over time.
So the Dreaming City that you see at launch is not going to be the same Dreaming City 2-3 weeks later.
That's a great idea. I really like that. That might give you more interest in the raid.
So with every design decision we made for the Forsaken, like the first thing we ask is how would the community react to this?
Players want their investment in Destiny to matter, and they want to be able to see that reflected in the content.
We knew we wanted to do something for the collectors in our game, so we built a feature called the Collections. It's a way for you to track all the items that you can go out and acquire.
Nice.
There's so much gear in our game. There are 2,000 items you can get. Go get them.
Nice. You can look at sets and you can say, I haven't filled out this set. What do I have to do to go get it?
If I want to find like how many guns in the world, I can actually go look now.
We also had a triumphs thing, which is just acknowledging your achievement.
It like ties into records, it ties into lore.
It's a thing that can help you drive like, hey, I want to do that. And if I do those things, I can get a title. Like I can have a title floating over my name that says that I'm a god or whatever. Not me, but like you.
I really like that being
like
a video game collector.
Never ends. So we're going to reinforce the hobby and make the experience something that can be played night over night.
We're changing the weapon slots. We're changing how the pursuits work. We're adding new features like the collections and the triumphs. We built Gambit.
We've got a whole bunch of new weapons to chase, exotics that are really powerful.
We have Lisa focusing on some sweet new exotic armor. Maybe we gone overboard, like dialed it too high.
Ore to go out there and collect in the world, exotic armor pieces to go out there and hunt.
We're working on armor perks, random rolls, new mod system, new subclass pass.
Those are good words.
We're making Forsaken for people who love Destiny.
Making a game that we can all love. That is the goal. That's what we're going to constantly be pushing towards, always.
Everything we're building is through that lens.
Okay, so September 4th is when that expansion is going to drop. I'm going to go ahead and pull my camera back up here and just talk to you guys for a minute about Destiny 2 Forsaken. Now, the thing about this that has got me most excited is the fact that the raid changes depending on what people are doing in the raid. The fact that they're adding a collection system to the loot attached to the game. The fact that you have a list that's going to tell you, hey, you don't have this exotic or whatever, this piece of armor. That's really cool to me. The video game collector and the collectathon game fan in me is screaming out loud for this. I'm super excited for it. I've kind of dropped off Destiny 2, but from the offset, this has kind of got me wanting to get back in. We've got a new weapon type being the bow, and they did mention that there was a short range, medium range, and high range bow, so there should be a very large array of those different weapons in this from what I was gathering from this. Some of the returning weapon types had some very different looking guns. Those looked more like contemporary weapons, maybe stemming back to, you know, like World War type weapons. They mentioned the Old West a lot, some revolvers and stuff that looked a little bit more old-timey. That looked cool. And then that new Crucible mode, the Gambit, that had, you know, you work on your separate sides, and then everybody's got a chance. You've got one player that's got a chance each round to go over to the other side and take out as many guys as they can. It looked like for a limited time or whatever, but this looks really cool to me. Like I said, I have fallen off Destiny 2. I loved Destiny 1, and just the fact that they're talking more about, hey, did you like Destiny 1? Talking about bridging that gap a little bit more really excites me. Bringing back random loot, you know, random rolls and things like that, I'm all for it. You know, bring this thing back to the Diablo with guns that I felt like the original Destiny was. Super pumped. I'm really excited for this guy. This is September 4th that this guy will drop, and most likely we're going to see some more about this at E3 2018. Like I said, Video Game Christmas comes a little bit early this year, and this is normally what we're in for, but we just got it a little bit early. And it's funny, we've heard so much talk lately about, is Bungie breaking up with Activision and just abandoning Destiny? But it kind of looks like they're, if that is the case and they're abandoning Destiny, at least they're kind of going out on a high note, as what this looks like to me anyway. So definitely keep locked here at Beat 'em Up Joe's for more on Destiny 2 Forsaken. I'm going to be looking at a whole lot more of this stuff. So whatever I can gather, you know, some other folks are going to notice some things that I did not notice. I'll be watching this teaser again, this VDOC or VDOC, however you say that. I'll be watching this again, looking for things that I might have missed. This is just my initial reaction to Destiny 2 Forsaken. Again, that is the next expansion to Destiny 2 that is going to launch on September 4th. So thanks for joining me, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. This popped up in my news feed, and I said, man, I've got to cover this. Destiny 2 is a huge game. A lot of people play Destiny, and I really enjoyed the first Destiny. Like I said, I've fallen off of Destiny 2, but this may just be what gets me back into the game. So anyway, I'm going to head out of here. I've got a stream that I'm going to be starting up very soon let me get that little notification out of the way. I've got me a little bit of spyware, adware type stuff going on here. I need to figure that out for sure. But let me get my screen readjusted here. But like I said, I've got a stream to set up. I finally managed to gather all 3 of the first Black Ops games, so I'm going to start a stream today as a Let's Play Black Ops. We've got the new Black Ops 4 coming out in October, so I thought no better time than now to go ahead and start Black Ops, and we'll play through those, and that stream will be starting this evening. So thanks for joining me for the Destiny 2 Forsaken reveal. I hope to catch you on that Black Ops stream in just a moment here. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time on Beat 'em Up Joes.